You are on an important work call and all of a sudden you realize that you've forgotten all the English you knew and you just don't know what to say. Sounds familiar? Hey there, I'm Anna Gandrabura, your English and effective communication coach from English for Tech Professionals, your go-to channel to practice all things English for IT and soft skills. Today, I would like to share some cool tips on improving your and your team's speaking skills. The first step to improving speaking skills is learning fixed phrases. This way, you will always know what to say and you won't waste time on calls, and it will give you a boost of confidence. Today, I'm sharing with you fixed phrases for work calls that will help you and your team sound fluent and confident in any situation. Share them with your team, of course, if you're watching this just by yourself, and use them yourself on your next online call. During the first seconds of the call, it's a really good idea to make sure everyone can see you and they can hear you clearly. You can use the following phrases in order to check that. So for example, you can say, "Can you hear me okay?" And here's an example how you can use this phrase. "Hey, can you hear me okay?" Just making sure everything's good on my end. Everything is good on my end, meaning everything is good on my side, on my end, on my side. Another phrase that you can use is, "Let me know if you can hear me well," or "Let me know if you can see me well." Well, not good. See me well or hear me well. And here's an example. "Let me know if you can hear me well. If anything is off, just give me a heads up." If anything is off means if anything is not working, give me a heads up, tell me about it. After you check the sound and video, it's a good idea, of course, to make small talk. A little small talk at the beginning is not just a friendly chat, it's a business requirement. Trust me, it is. By making small talk, you are showing that you are open to communication, and also you're showing that you are professional. On the other hand, avoiding small talk makes you seem unprofessional and even rude. Here are some simple phrases you can use to make small talk. For example, "How is your week going so far?" How is your week going so far? For example, "Hey, how's your week going so far? Is everything okay?" Another phrase is, "Did you have a good weekend?" For example, "Did you have a good weekend? It went by really fast, right?" Here's a pro tip for you. In addition to actively making small talk yourself, you need to respond to small talk in an open and friendly way. So when someone asks you a small talk question, your answer should be at least 2 or 3 sentences, not just one word. For example, someone asks you, "How is your day going?" And you just say, "It's okay." No, this answer is too short and it makes you seem unfriendly and even rude. Now, let's replay the situation. Someone asks you, "How is your day going?" And this is what you say. "It's going well. It's getting really nice outside, so I'm looking forward to some fresh air." In a meeting, if you're not 100% sure about something, it's better to ask for clarification. Now, the phrases that I'm going to share with you will help you make sure you are on the same page with the other people on the team. For example, the first phrase is, "Does that mean?" Now, this is a great phrase for checking if you understood something correctly. For example, "Does that mean we are extending the deadline by 2 weeks?" Another cool phrase to check clarification is, "Just to confirm, are you asking if?" This phrase is perfect for confirming a specific point to avoid any confusion later. You're just like checking if you understood something correctly. For example, "Just to confirm, are you asking if we should postpone the meeting?" Sometimes you need to explain a process or an idea. Use the following phrases to keep your explanation clear and easy to understand. These phrases are great when you're walking someone through a new process or concept. For example, "Let me show you how it works. We'll start by logging in and creating an account and doing other things." Another phrase is, "Our plan is to," or "What we did was." Now, these phrases are perfect for explaining your approach or explaining what has been done so far. Again, for explanation, perfect. For example, "Our plan is to finish the research this week, then move to the next phase." Sometimes you need to interrupt people, and it's okay if you know how to do it. The following phrases help you interrupt politely without stepping on anyone's toes, right? And without looking rude or unfriendly or impolite. For example, you can say, "Sorry, can I jump in for a second?" This is a great way to ask for a quick moment to add something without being rude. "Sorry, can I jump in for a moment?" For example, "Sorry, can I jump in for a second or for a moment? Can I jump in for a second? I think I can clarify that point." Another phrase that you can use to interrupt politely and properly is, "Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off." To cut you off means to interrupt. Use this phrase if you accidentally interrupt someone and you just want to keep things polite. For example, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Please go ahead." Go ahead is another phrase that you want to use for a situation when you interrupt or when you get interrupted, right? So when two people start talking at the same time and you want to let another person continue the conversation, you can say, "Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead." And finally, we are coming to the end of our meeting and wrapping up, finishing, right? Wrapping up with clear next steps is key to keeping everyone on track, to keeping everyone on the same page. For example, you can close with the phrase, "What's our action plan moving forward?" Now, this is a great way to summarize the meeting and make sure everyone knows what's expected or what they should do. For example, great discussion today, be very positive. What's our action plan moving forward? Moving forward, moving next, right? Another phrase that you can use to wrap up the meeting is, "Let me just recap our next steps. I will," or "you will," etc. Now, this phrase is perfect for giving a quick recap and making sure everyone is clear on what needs to be done and people know what to do. This phrase is especially useful if you're a manager or a team lead. For example, "All right, let me just recap our next steps," right? "I will send the meeting notes and then we can move ahead with the proposal," or whatever your next steps might be. That's it, folks. That's a wrap. Now that you have completed the first step towards achieving speaking fluency, it's time for the second step. And the second step is, of course, practice. If your dev team codes like pros but goes silent in meetings, don't stress it. We've got you. At English for IT, we help international teams find their voice. Through practical, tech-friendly training, we build real communication confidence. So your meetings aren't just productive, they are engaging. If you want to help your team today, download our free guide, Go To Phrases and Tips for Meetings, and share it with your team. And if you seriously want to improve your English and communication skills and your team's English and communication skills, please reach out to me and to the English for IT team. We will help you find the solution that will definitely work for you. I'll see you next time.